Well, this should be the last time you see me here because I'm not trying to be in court every single week. So let's get into this. So Fedmyster's 25-page manifesto exposing the DMs between him and Pokimane has been leaked. Now, I don't know if this man works for the government because he's writing up 25-page manifestos, documents, manuscripts. I don't know what's going on. Pokimane is a content creator and streamer. She was part of the offline TV house, but she decided to leave. And you've got Fedmyster, who's also a content creator, was a streamer, but due to him getting kicked out of the offline TV house, he's now stepped away from that. He may return at one point, who knows? Who knows how the reception is going to be. What's inside it is intriguing because it's showing that there's two sides to a coin. It was painted out that Fedmyster's this sexual deviant that was, touching up the, Yvonne and Pokimane and Lily Pichu in the offline TV house, but there's also another side to the story that's going on when Pokimane apparently was trying to get Yvonne fired, but she painted out that it was all Fedmyster. Offline TV had basically had the thing where people could go into the other person's room and lie in their bed and go sleep. Me personally, right off the bat, that's a red flag. Don't be coming in my room. Don't be touching up my PC. Don't even sit on my bed, and don't even think about coming into my room if you have shoes on. Take them off. Like, it's just, I don't want people coming into my room. See, this is a case again of mixing business and fun. You don't want that. So anyway, they had a thing where people could go into each other's room, lie in the bed and go sleep, whatever. But there were occasions when Fedmyster was lying down next to, example, Yvonne or Lily Pichu, and would obviously lie down, put his hand like over them and whatnot. They would feel uncomfortable. It turned out that Pokimane would be asking them behind the scenes, have you had any experience with Fedmyster? They would explain, yeah, this is what's going on. And then everyone essentially voted Fedmyster out. Now, that seems to be just a straight side of the story, but there's more to it. So basically, we've got the leaked DMs between Fedmyster and Pokimane. And Pokimane came out before in a previous video and said that they were just friends. There was nothing going on between them. So we've got here, good morning, best pick ever, sends a heart. She sends a screenshot where it's basically showing their managers talking to Pokey saying glittery, and you effing look at him in adoration. She's like, nanny, so we need to stop. She said, I saw what you wrote in chat, you made me blushy. He sends a heart, hungry, good night, nice. I'm still embarrassed, by the way, decided I'll never close my door even again, if you know what I mean. Then he's like, So you're saying I could just walk right in now? She's like, I hear you, I don't think you know what I mean then, hee. And then he's like, I think I might have to come in so you can elaborate. It's getting kind of heated. And then she says, or what I'm talking about, never mind, ha ha ha, if you must. And then he said, literally locked. She's like, oops, debated. She says, that's unfortunate, haha. I feel like I can sense your frustration, check again. He sends the eye emojis, wrong emoji, so quiet over there. She's like, lol, I got lost in thought, can you legit hear anything? He said, ah. She's like, oh my god. And he said, lost in thought. And she says, yeah, I haven't started taking care of myself, Then Fedmyster says here, I will commence shortly. He sends a peace emoji, smiley face peace emoji, but then she says peace emoji question mark, more like. He says lol, she sends a tongue emoji. The water droplets there, we know what that entails. I don't need to expand on that. She says, haha, have fun. And he replies to, you too. Then another DM. He says, I think so, just get on Wi-Fi. And she says, Fed. Quick question. And he's like, yeah, what's up? She says, are you calling me babe in front of others? He says, no. And she replies, I'm surprised you're calling me baby at all. And he's like, sorry if it bothers you. Then she says, that's my favorite pet name. And it is boyfriend restricted. It's cute, but... Someone play Payne's intro right now. His head is getting scrambled. He's probably got porridge in his head right now because he's getting signals of, is she trying to take this more than a relationship? It's just friendship, sorry. But then she's like, whoa, you're using certain names. Cut that out. So he's confused. his brain's discombobulated. We've got another one here that says, don't you think that would be really coupley if we went to Japan together? He says, yeah, probably, or it could just be two friends traveling because that's what we are. Sends the default face. And she says, you're going to try and touch my butt every night, don't lie. And he says, 100% chance, sharp. No, but for real, we can make it look however we want. Wingman me. She says, look however we want. So do you want me to wingman you or not? So what I'm getting the gist of is back and forth, where she'll be leading him on. And he probably doesn't know left from right now. He's getting led astray. Like Stephen A. Smith said, hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, and flat out deceived. He don't know left from right. So he's in a limbo, like, what are we? What's going on? When the things about Fedmyster came out, about him acting inappropriately with Yvonne and Lily Pichu, he got voted out. He got voted out the house. But Poki's side of the story, she said that it was all Fedmyster acting inappropriately. He's the one that wanted to get Yvonne kicked out of the house. And I'll play the clip.
Put a huge emphasis on this. The way he shit-talked Yvonne and Lily to me and others, particularly, I will just recount my experience, is so frustrating knowing what happened between them. The Yvonne incident happened and Fed would start talking to me. I'm so sorry for being emotional. He would talk to me about how Yvonne was lazy and not working enough and playing League all the time. And I was concerned. And he would say, oh, she won't work on OTV stuff with me or brainstorm.
So it states here in Fedmyster's manuscript that I never wanted Yvonne fired. In her stream, Poki says that I tried to get Yvonne fired because of the incident between us. This is 100% false. I never tried to get her fired. I always wanted her part of OTV. Just for reference, the incident between me and Yvonne was in December 2018. We were all talking about having her move in with other League streamers in October 2019. While we continued to work for OTV, Poki claimed she hadn't known that the incident between me and Yvonne, but she did. She found out in May/June 2019, 4 months before we all started to discuss Yvonne possibly moving out. And here are the leaked DMs where it was actually Poki that was instigating it. So Fedmyster just said, I had a long talk with Yvonne, also had dinner with Michael. She said, update me. I made a big decision as well. And he says, well, he wants to see help OTV succeed and wants to move in at some point. He's down. She says, well, for real. And he says, Yvonne wants to move out, still manage OTV and still stream and league. Questioned, Yvonne wants to move out, still manage OTV and still stream and league. I don't get that. Best of all worlds wasn't an option as far as I'm aware. Lol. So he says, you want to call for a sec? You free? Then he says, what do you think? She's like, I'm okay with that, sort of. I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way. She got lazy. So she's moving out and just take care of the OTV stuff she wanted to do. It's like we're working around her. There's some shade right there. And he says, that's a perspective I didn't see. I hear ya. And she says, for me, it's like, okay, but let's look for better people. If a biz dev comes in and wants to do what Yvonne does on top of everything else, I'ma say yes. That's my ideal. Hard agree. And she goes on to say, I'm not going to say no to that setup though, and I think it can be transitional stage. But like I said, when you play the clip, Poki herself is saying that it was Fedmyster that's talking behind Yvonne's back, saying that he wants to get her fired. He wants to get Yvonne fired. That's not the story that's painted. Painted that Fedmyster's behind there instigating. He's like, yeah, Poki, hey, listen, Yvonne, we need to get her out the door. We need to get her out the door now. When it's actually Poki that's saying, you know what, nah, if there's a business op, get Yvonne out the door. I'm telling you, there's two sides to every story. Flip of the coin. What side are we going to see? Heads or tails? Poki is... she's playing Among Us IRL. She lies, stabs people in the back, and then gets them thrown out of the house. And then you're there wondering, like, you'll hear Poki's side of the story and you're like, okay, cool. That's I'm assuming that's all true. But then when you actually see, and it had to take for leaks to come out, that there's more to it. And the crazy thing is, I do believe that all of this stuff is going to get pushed to the side, where after a couple of weeks, maybe a week, Poki obviously on her streams is going to have it on subscriber mode. People that are subscribed aren't going to try and instigate or talk about this situation. They'll just listen to Poki. And obviously Fedmyster, they're going to just say, well, he's trying to save face and whatnot. Now, Fedmyster has come out with a document explaining the leaked DM situation, where he stated that he sent that original manifesto to the big streamers. Obviously, it got leaked. So he's just trying to say there's no ill will between him and Pokimane. Now, can I say what I really feel? There's two things. Either Fedmyster obviously had a sexual relationship with Poki, and he's in love. Love, like drunk in love. No Beyonce. Or he was stuck in the friend zone that I've never seen before, and he doesn't want to burn bridges. Because at this point, you'll be thinking, you know what? Fedmyster will be thinking, with the leaked DMs, it's like, yo, this is the reality of the situation. I'm getting dragged to hell, and I'm going to drag you by your ankles as well. You're coming with me. But the public perception is that everything that he done was completely his fault. Everything that he done. Don't get me wrong. The stuff that he done where he's lying in their beds and he's touching them, and that's inappropriate for Yvonne and Lily Pichu, I completely understand. But if we didn't see the leaked DMs, we would just think that's the full story. When it's not Fedmyster trying to get Yvonne kicked out, it's Pokimane bitching behind her back, and then comes out to the public and say, well, no, Fedmyster, he kept saying that he wants her out. I told you, man, don't mix business and pleasure. Don't do it. Don't do it. Like, it just ends in tears. These gamer houses are actually a detriment to people producing content. Cool, you collab and stuff, but then you try and stay friends and you're trying to keep it work related. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. Obviously the financial gain, cool, but then what's happening to your sanity? Like, what's going on? So yeah, it's just crazy. Pokimane, she's responded to the leaked DMs, and she's basically tried to push it that, you know, they spoke about it behind the scenes and it's unfortunate this got leaked, and just trying to, it's the public perception again is that she's done absolutely nothing wrong. It's crazy. Absolutely wild. So I don't know. At this point, it's literally what Ib said. Literally what Ib said. It's comical, absurd behavior, and simp defense might be out in full force, but what can you do? But anyway, that's my thoughts on it, man. There's so much more. Obviously, people can look up all the DMs and stuff, but I can't be going through all of that. Life is crazy enough. But for now, until next time, take care.